Family Game Tips. I am showing you how to play Kingdomino. I have a different video on how to set it up. If you would like to watch that, feel free to look in my description and click the link and you can see how it's set up. So we've gotten to this far where we've set up our tiles, we've determined our players. I just want to discuss how the goal of your laying out your kingdom. So you're trying to get a kingdom, you're trying to get a 5x5 grid. I can put any domino around my starting tile. So in playing the game, each player will take turns grabbing the top domino according to the color. So if green was the top domino, and then pink was the bottom and blue was the middle, then green would grab their domino first, then blue would, and then pink would. Now at all times, there are 3 more dominoes showing. So when it's a player's turn, they would take their piece and place it on whichever domino they're going to want for their next turn. Say green wanted this for their next turn. So green then would place their tile. Blue would place their king anywhere they want, and then they would place their domino. So how do we place our domino? So I'm just going to not show this part of the game right now, but I'm going to show the placing of the domino. So if it was my turn, and on my next turn, say I got this blue, I can place it connected to a blue, or I could place it connected to my starting tile. I could place it next to anywhere on my starting tile that I want. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place it right here. Now the goal is to not be more than 5 across or 5 down, and to have as many connected tiles of your landscapes that you can. So there's different landscapes. This is water, and this is field, and this is wheat. In this example, we have mountains, and this one we have marsh, and then there should be one more, it's forest. So those are your land types. So I'm going to set these aside, and I'm just going to show you some examples. So if it was my turn, I could say put these together, and I'm trying to get 5x5. I can place on this side or this side. It doesn't matter where your starting tile is. You get to choose however you lay out your grid. This just allows you to have a place to start. So like if I wanted to start this one, I could put it here because I don't have any other types of this. Or I could put it right here because it has a crown. And the way that scoring will work at the end of the game is you'll take each area that's connected. So I have 4 of your wheat fields connected and multiply it by however many crowns are in that area. So right now I have 1 crown by 4. This would be worth 4 points. This one here, my field, I have 1, 2, 3 green. And then I have 1 crown and 2 crowns. So it would be 3 times 3. This is worth 9 points. You can see how putting your crowns together and then having increased like lands together, that helps you quite a bit. Obviously you would take your tiles in turns. You would still be doing picking your tiles. After 12 tiles are placed, on the 12th time you would pick up your last tile, and then you would place it if you could. Now remember, we can't be more than a 5x5 grid. So in this case, I can't place this tile here even though I have my starting tile right there, because it would extend past 5x5. So I'm required to discard this tile. Anytime that you can't place a tile or you don't have a room to place a tile, then you have to discard it. And so then at the end of the game, my would be short. So in this case, you would count up your squares and then you would score, and you would times them by however many crowns. I'll show you an example of scoring on my next video.